Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are having a fantastic day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Nirenstein, and this is Vehicle Virgins. It is day 3 at Goodwood, and we are starting the day off strong, doing a ride in the Lamborghini Aventador S up the hill climb.
He even indicated, right? Such a gentleman.
At this moment, I regretted not buying a telephoto lens. Well, that was super cool to see. That is called the Red Arrows. In the United States, we had the Blue Angels. Unfortunately, they canceled that program, but I remember as a kid in San Francisco watching the Blue Angels fly in formation over the Golden Gate Bridge. It was a sight to see. Now, we're gonna flash back till yesterday. I had a conversation with somebody that you might recognize from Instagram. And then when we come back, I'm in an area of some pretty cool cars. So I'm here with Supercar Blondie. I've got a tree in between so Becca doesn't get angry.
This is the perfect
divider. I'm still a virgin. It's really awkward. I didn't think this is how it was gonna go. Anyways, what's your favorite part of Goodwood so far?
Oh man, do you know what? I just love how close you can get to the cars and they're not all just static.
Yeah, they're moving.
They're moving.
Seeing the rare cars like a F1 LM ripping down on the hill climb, that's just no other place you can see that. And doing
burnouts,
yeah, with
some of the most expensive cars in the world. It's
can you
really
get this
cute.
for the gram?
Maybe,
thank you.
Maybe we can just like make a little crown out of leaves. This is really virgin.
Please subscribe to Vehicle Virgins, guys. Okay, so on to the next question before this gets too weird and everyone unsubscribes. What's your favorite recently released or about to be released car?
The Apollo. You know, it has won the Michelin award for, you know, the craziest, whatever it is the award stands for thing. But there's good reason for that, because literally it is the craziest car in that lot over there.
Yeah.
You can't walk by it without staring for at least 5 to 10 minutes. The thing about it that I love is that it has so many customizations. Like, you know, if you're gonna buy one of these, they're actually gonna 3D scan your body.
Yeah.
So that the carbon fiber tub and the seats and everything just completely fit your measurements.
crazy.
See, I love stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Because it's thinking out of the box. And if you're going to pay like almost $3 million for a car, you want
It should
these
be
kind of
tailored
things,
to your
you know?
body.
Exactly.
And the engine, it sounds so good. And thank you, Apollo, if you're watching, for revving it every 5 seconds. Everyone at the show appreciates it. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's been fun, guys. All right, we'll move away from the tree.
Okay, all right. Behind me is the Maserati MC12 Corsa, one of my favorite cars of all time, the road legal variant of this. It's essentially Maserati's take on the Ferrari Enzo. In my opinion, it's more hardcore and it's cooler looking. They only made 50 MC12s, and this is the race car version. Just check out the detail on the hood, how thin these fins are, original fender vents, the roof scoop, and also, I can't believe how dirty this thing is. It's gotta be worth millions of dollars, and I have to say, while I'm a fan of the Huayra, the Zonda has always been my favorite model of car from Pagani. Now today, when I was in that Aventador S, on the way down the hill climb, we were actually right behind Horacio in his personal Zonda Barchetta, one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful cars they have ever created. This Zonda, however, I've actually never seen before. It kind of looks, in a way, like a Zonda R. It's called the Zonda Evolution. I probably butchered that pronunciation, but regardless, just look at that thing. Beautiful Lamborghini Reventon. If you guys haven't seen the video yet, I just reviewed the Diablo VT Roadster. Now this is a coupe variant, but the color of this is absolutely spectacular. It's actually a funny story. I just read the plaque, and apparently the owner of the car picked this color because his girlfriend's dress and favorite color was the same as what ended up on the Diablo. And this is what happens when I hit 10 million subscribers on YouTube. Maybe I'll upgrade to these. So we've had a heck of a lot of McLaren F1 content in the last couple of days, but I figured I had to stop by this one. This was actually owned by celebrity Rowan Atkinson, or better known as Mr. Bean. Now, Mr. Bean actually is an extreme car enthusiast. As goofy as he is in films, it's pretty crazy picturing this guy behind the wheel of this. But tragically, he actually crashed it into not one, but 2 trees, totaling it 2 different times. And then it sold for north of $10 million. That's the McLaren F1 for you. Check out how cool the taillights on the new Mini are. These are actually British flags. Next to me is the all-new BMW M2 CS. So some differences between the previous generation M2 and the current M2 CS has to do with the engine. So it originally had an N55 single turbo engine, which in my opinion sounded a lot better than the twin turbo engine in the M3 and M4. They've now switched to the S55, which is that M3, M4 engine. Bumped up the power a bit, some updates to the front bumper. And what's really interesting is that BMW decided to call it the M2 competition, where this is actually the standard car. There's no M2 non-competition. Regardless, it's pretty awesome looking. Check this out, guys. This is a individual colored Java green BMW M5. Not sure if I'm completely in love with it, but I like what BMW is doing. When I went to the BMW factory and museum, the fact that they're coming out with absolutely wild colors on display to show you what's truly possible with individual is pretty cool. I do have to say though, it seems like BMW and Mercedes are competing for who can make the smallest carbon fiber piece to cover the engine bay. As you guys know, on my E63, I was pretty disappointed after getting the carbon fiber option, realizing it's about the size of an iPhone. But I am truly considering, after having that successful swap lease experience with the S550, actually trading in the E63 after, I don't know, another 6 months, and picking up a new M5 so I can experience both and show you guys both cars on the chip. Look at this, we've got this amazing subscriber doing a donut in a wheelchair. That is awesome. Well, the final day at Goodwood is complete. From riding in the Aventador S, then seeing those airplanes, all the exotic cars, and just the quality of people. And shout out to all the subscribers who showed up to Goodwood. I love each and every one of you. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. I look forward to seeing you next video.